If you really want to accomplish something in your life or stick to a new habit or routine, but you find that you're coming up against a lot of resistance every time you set out to do it, then there's something I'd like to share with you that is a really interesting example of overcoming resistance. Now, I have a practice of doing some form of meditation every day, but of course, there are always those days where I really don't feel like doing it. But since I know all too well about all of the benefits that meditation offers and just how good it makes me feel, I often choose to make the time to sit down and do it anyway, even when I don't particularly feel like it. For those who are new to meditation or might not have ever done it before, you might start by sitting down with your eyes closed for a few minutes and start to think that nothing is happening. So you may just want to give up and decide that it's a waste of time or you're doing wrong or something like that. But something really amazing starts to happen once you can sit with that restlessness and really persist for a bit longer. In the case of a more standard meditation practice, as long as you keep in mind your intention, which is not to get all caught up in thinking, but just to simply notice what arises in your awareness without judgment or clinging to it, then what starts to happen, you'll find, is that after a few minutes, your mind actually does begin to settle down all on its own. From there, the body starts to follow suit, and then certain physiological changes start to take place, which help you to feel more relaxed and at ease. And then pretty soon, you are in a deep state of peace that feels so good that you really just want to stay there for as long as you can. Now, there have been so many times where it has taken me like 10 minutes or more just to really start getting into that place of peace and calm. But every single time without fail, I was always so glad that I stuck with it and finally got there. So the point of me telling you all this is that really anything you do in life is kind of similar to this example in many ways. If you are very clear about why you are undertaking a certain course of action and know how you stand to benefit from doing so, then it will always pay to be persistent and work through that initial resistance that you might have to getting started. Sometimes just getting started is the hardest part, but once you do, you really start the ball rolling, and then you can really begin to see the fruits of your efforts with time. Now, this may have to be something that you remind yourself of on a daily basis, but just always keep in mind why the thing that you are striving for is so worth it to you. And know that there are really no shortcuts to success. And if it's really meant for you, then the whole process of just doing the thing will eventually become very enjoyable and just intrinsically rewarding in and of itself. So definitely keep at it.